Up next on Connections, we'll show you how the CTA is providing efficient transit and up-to-the-minute information to its riders. Combining CTA with a car that you rent by the hour, we'll show you this innovative transportation concept. Making transit work for all Chicagoans, how those with disabilities can access the CTA. That, plus a talented trio of CTA mechanics, takes top honors. And a sneak peek at Santa and this year's holiday train. The CTA, working hard to improve, committed to quality and its riders. Welcome to Connections. The CTA, delivering quality, affordable transit that links people, jobs, and communities. I'm Jean Sparrow. Welcome to Connections. This show is just one of many ways to keep you in the loop about all the exciting things happening at CTA. Delivering timely information about service issues, emergency situations, and other issues that affect your day-to-day travel is a top priority.
One of the key things that our customers rely on is accurate information so that they can plan their travel. This communications announcement was about all of the steps that we're taking to make sure that customers have information from home, when they're on their way, when they're at the bus stop or at the rail station, or during emergency situations, that they get the information that they need, that it's timely, that it's accurate, and that it's usable.
Information when you need it, where you need it. That's the strategy behind CTA's new comprehensive customer communications plan. Besides existing tools such as signage, service announcements at stations, and customer alerts, CTA is launching several new tools to get information to customers.
We're going to be launching a new website this December that will have upgraded service information. It'll tell customers how each of the rail lines are running so that they can use that to plan their travel. We'll also give information about bus lines. We just launched a new service where people can sign up for planned alerts telling them about planned changes in service. This gives them information both about weekends and about weekday service changes.
Let's say there is a street festival somewhere and buses are rerouted. Well, we will let the customers who sign up know this bus is being rerouted, these are the streets that it will go down, and they're able to plan their trip accordingly.
There are two alerts that will be sent out. One sent out on Thursday for the weekend upcoming, and then one sent out on Friday that'll cover the whole week ahead. It not only gives information about what the event is, it gives specific information about how it'll affect the rider and then why it's happening. We found that people want to know why we're doing construction that impacts their travel.
A tactical communications team is being created to keep customers informed minute to minute about service changes, emergencies, and anything else that would impact their travel.
Right now, the CA controllers give out a lot of that information, but once our team comes to the control center, we will be responsible for giving that information to customers.
From the control center, this tactical communications team will be sending out real-time information to the digital network that we're building. We're also building a hotline system where if there's a major delay, we'll record information on a hotline that they can then call into and find the most updated information.
We post current service information, whether it's planned or unplanned. During emergencies, we also put information on there that the customer can access and plan their trip accordingly.
Emergency situations are the most critical time to get information to customers. CTA is working hard to make sure everyone knows what to do during an emergency.
In part of our overall communications plan, we've looked very specifically at emergency information. With emergency information, it's both providing information during an emergency, but also making sure that people have the information they need beforehand to prepare. So what we've done is prepare both an evacuation video and an evacuation brochure. The video is available now on the CTA's website. The brochure is available at rail stations and also on our website.
An informed customer is a happy customer. If we're able to give a customer information about our service, they can plan their trip accordingly, and they'll be happy with that. And ultimately, that's what we want to do, is make our customers happy so they can keep coming back and let other potential riders come and ride our service as well.
Remember, you can go to transitchicago.com for all the details on how you can get CTA updates. Bus Tracker has been helping many people manage their daily trips. And now 8 new routes have been added, so there's even more current information on bus routes available.
The way Bus Tracker works is the buses are equipped with a GPS that feeds information to a central database, giving customers and managers and supervisors an indication of where that bus is on the route.
Customers use Bus Tracker to plan their route, their day better, so they can go online via a web-based computer or PDA and look and see when the bus arrives at their stop.
For more information and other Bus Tracker routes, please visit transitchicago.com. Just ahead on Connections, how you can step off a train or bus and hop into a rental car, all with the same card. So how does the CTA save you time?
Well, it's so much traffic. Sometimes it's faster to take a train than to take a cab.
The blue line directly from O'Hare to here was quite simple. I came to get my passport fixed, so it's really easy.
It saves me a lot of time because, like, the train, I can get back and forth to where I'm going since it's faster and it don't have to stop at many stops. So it's more convenient. The train is.
I take it now instead of driving.
It's convenient. It takes you everywhere you need to go, pretty much.
It saves me about a half hour, you know. So it's been working out good for me.
You can buy a $20 card, get over where you need to go. Go to Navy Pier for free, so.
On an average weekday, the CTA provides 1.8 million rides, getting people where they need to go around Chicago and the 40 surrounding suburbs. If you want to hop aboard, here's how to get all the information you need. Online, go to www.transitchicago.com. There you can access system maps, bus and train schedules, and service updates. You can even use the Google Trip Planner. Enter where you want to start, where you want to go, and what time you plan to travel. For regional trips, you can use the RTA Trip Planner. Another option, make the connection by phone. Call 836-7000 from any local area code. Combining technology and teamwork while delivering dependable, affordable transit. I'm Jean Sparrow. Welcome to Connections. CTA's commitment to public transit is clear from its new partnership with iGo. What, you've never heard of iGo cars? Well, let us fill you in on this exciting program.
iGo cars are kind of an innovative method of renting cars. Rather than renting them for one day or several days at a time, you rent a car by the hour. And rather than going to a rental location, car sharing, which iGo cars is a form of, is located generally in neighborhood locations.
We are located in 32 neighborhoods around Chicago and also in Oak Park and Evanston. We pay for the gas, we pay for the insurance, we maintain the cars, and we have all low-emission vehicles. A third of our fleet, almost half our fleet, are hybrid cars.
CTA has partnered with iGo to promote the use of public transportation by providing additional travel options for public transit users. Customers who register online for both services will receive a single card that can be used to ride the CTA and unlock their reserved iGo vehicle.
It's just one card in your wallet and it'll take care of both needs. It's great to use transit for your daily commute, to go back and forth to work. You'll use the Chicago Card Plus part of the card, but then maybe after work, you want to go do some errands or go to the grocery store, and it would work a lot better for you to have a car.
Registering for an iGo membership is quick and easy. Once you're a member, you determine when and where you'll need your car.
The way you become a member is you go to our website, igocars.org, and you sign up. It costs $75 to become a member. That's a one-time fee. And then once a year, you pay $25 to renew your membership. And the only qualifications are that you have a driver's license and you have a decent driving record.
The member would register online and reserve a car from a particular spot that's convenient for them. So that could be near their local station, or they could get on their local station, ride, and then pick up an iGo car. So it could be on either end of their trip.
Once you make your reservation, the data is sent to the car, Then when you get to the car, you use your smart card, and that's the smart card that's going to be combined with the Chicago card. And you will place your smart card over a little card reader that's on the front windshield, and it'll know whether or not you're the right person at the right time. And if you are, if you really have a reservation, then the door will unlock.
When the program is up and running, they'll be able to go onto either iGo's website or the Chicago Card Plus website. And there will be a link that says, are you interested in this card? If they're successful registrants, then they will, within the next, week to 10 days, receive the card in the mail.
CTA and iGo, a great combination for environmentally conscious travelers.
The biggest predictor of how much someone drives is whether or not they own a car. And when you have lots of cars out there, as we do now in Chicago, you have congestion, and it's hard for everybody to get around. Plus, all those vehicles are spewing pollutants into the air that affects all of us, and they're contributing to global warming as well through CO2 emissions. So what car sharing is about is reducing the total number of vehicles on the road and really enhancing the ability to use public transit.
I'm excited to see how people respond to this.
It works really well together.
So you know when you're zooming around the city in one of these shared cars that you're easing traffic congestion and helping the environment. Each day, thousands of people with disabilities ride the CTA, and now it's even easier than before.
The CTA is making itself more accessible to individuals with disabilities in a whole variety of ways.
The CTA has added more Braille signs, improved its elevator system, and enhanced its communications with disabled customers, including providing both audio and visual announcements on all of its buses.
Midway Orange Line.
It has also trained its employees on assisting customers with disabilities. More than half of CTA's 144 rail stations are accessible to customers with disabilities.
Our bus system is now 100% accessible for anyone who rides buses. So we're hoping to meet the needs of our customers by making the services more accessible.
And now CTA has a DVD available that will help people with disabilities navigate the CTA system.
The DVD starts by introducing people to the CTA and telling individuals just how far-reaching the CTA services are. And then it lets people know specifically how to plan their trip, how to buy their rail fare and their bus fare, how to access reduced fare permits, how to use transfers, what the CTA service animal policy is, and basically it provides the ins and outs of traveling on the CTA, particularly if you need to know about the CTA's accessible features.
People with disabilities will find all kinds of information on the DVD to help them plan their trips around Chicago.
It talks about how to plan your trip and how to get ready to take the CTA, and then it divides into several different chapters depending upon your disability. So for example, there's one chapter that is geared towards people who are blind or visually impaired. There's another chapter that's geared to people who have hearing impairments. And then there's a third chapter that is targeted towards individuals who have physical disabilities.
You can call 1-888-YOUR-CTA for a copy of the DVD or visit transitchicago.com and watch it online. And remember, the CTA has employees that are there specifically to help you.
The main person that an individual with a disability will want to contact is a customer assistant. And usually a customer assistant will greet an individual who is entering into a rail station right upon his or her entrance. If the customer assistant is not, however, readily available, there is a call button at a kiosk. In addition, there are call buttons on the platforms if you want to locate a customer assistant, and all an individual needs to do is to press that button. Those buttons also have Braille on them, so even individuals who have visual impairments can use them.
The customer assistants provide assistance, of course, to any and all of our customers that may need directions or they may need some assistance up to the platform, depending on their disability. They assist with putting down the gap filler device for those individuals using mobility devices.
Braille signs, elevators, gap fillers for mobility devices, accessible train platforms. These are just a few of the things helping CTA's customers with disabilities.
I think that this really signals a new era of accommodation for individuals with disabilities, and it reinforces and highlights the CTA's commitment to individuals with disabilities.
I started riding the buses and trains when I was about 13, and it was the best way for me to get to where I needed to go. If it were not for the CTA, I couldn't get around to doing shopping, and that would be like going clothes shopping or going to visit friends.
The Customers with Disabilities DVD will answer many questions. And as always, CTA personnel are always on hand to help anyone who needs assistance.
Still to come, the tale of a terrific trio.
Missed an episode of Connections? Want to find an address or a link featured? Then go to the Connections website. There are several ways to find us.
Go to www.transitchicago.com and click on Connections. Or visit the Connections website at podcastchicago.tv and click the Connections link to find the most recent episodes. You can watch episodes online for instant viewing, or you can subscribe with your favorite podcasting tool and automatically download new shows each month. Like all video podcasts, Connections can be viewed directly on your computer or laptop, or can be viewed on a portable media player, such as the Video iPod. Connect online with Connections at podcastchicago.tv. The word connection, a link or a spark that brings people together. I'm Jean Sparrow. Welcome to Connections.
CTA buses in Chicago have a big job to do. And to keep them running smoothly, we need employees like these Roadeo winners.
I usually come in and get a bus in the morning and usually do all the jobs assigned to that bus, from lights all the way to the suspension.
A lot of my work is preventive maintenance, though, that we get the buses in before they break down, so they don't break down on the street.
Basically, you know, with a certain mileage, every bus needs to be, there's filters and parts that need to be replaced. Also, at times, I do what they call trouble track. Bus will come off the street if there's a defect that a bus driver finds on the bus. My job is to repair that defect.
Well, to get into the rodeo, first of all, we're looking for one of our better outstanding employees, one who has a good work record, that comes to work, does a good job, and goes a little bit extra. And the ones that, it is a team event, there's a team of 3, and they have to work together.
These 3 bus mechanics are constantly working together to keep the buses running for CTA customers.
Heating and air conditioning on the buses. You know, you get on a bus, it's warm or cold, they just assume that's the way it is. You know, that's normal, which it is, it's supposed to be, but there's a lot of work that goes into it.
The buses could go out for as much as 30 days without coming in for preventive maintenance on my job, so it is important that everything gets looked at and repaired so it can go back out again.
Ed, Mark, and Oscar have been competing together in the rodeo for several years now. The rodeo competition always highlights CTA's best employees, and this winning team of bus mechanics is no exception.
It gives an opportunity for the employees to show their skill sets, and in doing that, they have to be on top of their game. So in the long run, we benefit by having top-notch employees that really shine and represent CTA as a good example.
I was talking with Mark and Ed, and they were telling me that, you know, how they have competed, and they told me what the benefits are if you win. You get a free trip if you go to the International for a week. Everything's paid for, and you get to meet other transit agencies, and they've both done it a lot. So I figured, you know what, I'd give it a try. And so I tried it, and I've been winning. I've won twice already.
Ed Jordan, Mark Shorgan,
and Oscar Sanchez.
Oh, it's great, to get called up there. People are up there to shake your hands, the president, vice president, people in charge of operations, bus operations, everybody's there to acknowledge it, so it's good, it's fun.
Some are more exciting, some are a lot closer, only a few points difference. So it really is a tough competition.
They're all great guys. I've known them on and off throughout my career at CTA. They're always the ones that go out and give the extra 110%, willing to do what needs to be done to get the buses out day to day for our customers.
Day in and day out, this team works hard to ensure that the buses run smoothly and safely for you. Isn't it good to know that somebody's looking out for us?
Up next, get set for Jolly Old Santa. He's taking the CTA to a station near you. On an average weekday, the CTA provides 1.8 million rides, getting people where they need to go around Chicago and the 40 surrounding suburbs.
If you want to hop aboard, here's how to get all the information you need.
Online, go to www.transitchicago.com. There you can access system maps, bus and train schedules, and service updates. You can even use the Google Trip Planner. Enter where you want to start, where you want to go, and what time you plan to travel. For regional trips, you can use the RTA Trip Planner. Another option, make the connection by phone. Call 836-7000 from any local area code. Getting from here to there quickly, easily, and without breaking the bank. I'm Jean Sparrow. Welcome to Connections.
You'll notice how more and more CTA buses are hybrid, even those extra long articulated ones. We took a visit to a CTA garage to see how these buses are improving customer rides.
CTA is continuing its commitment to a cleaner environment by bringing the hybrid articulated bus into its fleet.
The bus has a larger capacity than a standard 40-foot bus, allowing more passengers to be aboard the bus. The turning radius is smaller than a standard 40-foot bus, which makes it able to go in different places in the city that a 40-foot bus wouldn't be able to achieve. The best reason of all is because it's a diesel electric, it's a hybrid bus.
So how does a hybrid bus work?
It's a low emission bus, and it runs on electric, plus with a diesel engine. And basically most of the power is done electrically.
Like a hybrid car, it's a combination of an electric motor coupled with the diesel motor. And when the diesel engine isn't operating, the electric motor is. And it's primarily used from propulsion at standing starts, at which time the diesel engine takes over, mostly cruising speeds.
We have two motors, and basically they work together. This way you can actually get better fuel economy.
The buses are better for the environment, and since they're articulated, they'll carry more customers. And being new, they're more reliable and have a higher miles per gallon performance, so they help to reduce fuel costs.
More room to breathe refers to better for the environment and more seating capacity, more room inside the bus.
One of the differences there, you'll see articulated buses are easier to turn. So it may appear that when you're in heavy traffic, articulated buses, when you're going around corners or curves, may be more difficult just looking at it, but actually they're easier to turn, they're easier to maneuver and get in and out of smaller turning areas than a 40-foot standard bus.
CTA plans to assign the buses to routes with the heaviest ridership.
I think the passengers are going to enjoy the new buses. I think the seating and the lighting on these articulated buses is a little bit brighter and better for the passengers. Then we have new hand stirrups for them to hold on to. That's going to make standing customers more comfortable when they're enjoying their ride with CTA.
A few articulated hybrid buses are running now, and more are expected to come out in the next several months. Keep an eye out for one on your route. Okay, what happened to the summer? I mean, the seasons are just flying by, but now it's that time of year, and the holiday train will be headed to a station near you.
You are very, very lucky. We are in Santa's Workshop Midwest, and what we're doing is preparing the train for Santa when he comes to visit with us. We're going to take you behind the scenes and show you how we prepare the train, how we trick it out for him, and how we get it ready for him.
The general public can ride the holiday train, and we encourage people to come out to ride the holiday train. It is so festive and wonderful that the same cost that they would pay for a normal train is the same cost they would pay to ride the holiday train.
This started about, I would say, 17 years ago, and we started on the Blue Line exclusively. The first time we did it, we decorated the train with a couple sets of lights, and it really kind of grew from there. And now, as you can see, it has over 120,000 lights on it. We have a flat car with Santa Claus. He's kind enough to come down from the North Pole. He visits us during the Christmas season and spreads his cheer and everybody else's cheer in CTAs.
The holiday train began as a way for CTA to help spread cheer to local families in need. CTA collects donations from employees and creates food baskets that are delivered to charitable organizations in the community.
We ask the employees to give most generously from their hearts to provide the food for the needy in the community.
During the course of the holiday season, the train stops on various locations throughout the city, and working with our Government Community Relations Department, what we do is deliver food to needy families along the way.
There's a tremendous amount of work that goes into preparing the holiday train for everyone to enjoy.
We wash them down, prepare them, get the car body ready for decorations. We string the lights on the cars. We put a wrap outside the car to give it a very festive nature. But then we go inside the cars. We exchange the seats with holiday seats, hang garland, ribbons, and bows.
So especially when you bring a family of children, the children just love it. They get a chance to see Santa. They get a chance to ride on the train and see all the beautiful decorations that we tirelessly put on. In addition, they get to hear the holiday spirit with the holiday music that's piping through the intercom system.
How do you find out when the holiday train will be at a station near you?
We post it on the internet for individuals to see the time and locations where the train will be running. We also put out card cards and station alerts so that every station will have a station alert so that the customers who are riding that particular line will know when the holiday train is going to be servicing their line.
For holiday train schedule information, you can also call CTA customer service at 1-888-YOUR-CTA or visit the website at transitchicago.com.
The train runs beginning the weekend before Thanksgiving, and we have to get Santa back home just before Christmas, so probably about 3 days or the last weekend before Christmas will be his last trip, because he has a lot of things to take care of up in the North Pole.
Even if it's snowing on Santa, Santa will be out on his sleigh.
Please come out and ride with us this holiday season. It's a memory you'll have with your kids and your family for the rest of your life.
Kids of all ages love Santa and his elves, so check the website to find out when you can take a ride on the holiday train. We'll be right back.
Missed an episode of Connections? Want to find an address or a link featured? Then go to the Connections website. There are several ways to find us.
Go to www.transitchicago.com and click on Connections. Or visit the Connections website at podcastchicago.tv and click the Connections link to find the most recent episodes. You can watch episodes online for instant viewing, or you can subscribe with your favorite podcasting tool and automatically download new shows each month. Like all video podcasts, Connections can be viewed directly on your computer or laptop, or can be viewed on a portable media player such as the Video iPod. Connect online with Connections at podcastchicago.tv. Traveling in and around Chicago on the CTA saves you time and money. I'm Jean Sparrow. Welcome to Connections.
We're always looking for story ideas. Do you have a travel secret you'd like to share? Or maybe you know about a hidden Chicago gem that's served by the CTA. We want to hear about it. Give us a call at the Connections hotline, 312-681-2812. Helping you make your connections. I'm Jean Sparrow. Thanks for watching.